The Roseanne sitcom Reboot is taking America by storm, capturing the attention of tens of millions of viewers. But Hollywood liberal Rob Reiner, who once upon a time was a sitcom star, not impressed. He has slammed the show's star, Roseanne, as a mouthpiece for POTUS.
You have Fox News and Sinclair and Breitbart and InfoWars and all of this, which used to be considered and thought of as the lunatic fringe, if you will, have now become mainstream media. You have the star of the show essentially outside the show trumpeting all of the things that Donald Trump stands for.
Okay, so why are some Hollywood elites getting things wrong about why Americans are watching Roseanne? Joining us right now for a debate, we've got Democratic strategist Antoine C. Wright and Republican strategist Chris Prudhomme. Guys, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Chris, because you're out in Hollywood, you get to start first. Why are some Hollywood liberals like Rob Reiner in total meltdown mode over the fact that a lot of Americans like the Roseanne show?
The reality is people are tired of the same nonsense in government. President Trump has given people a certainly outside-the-box idea for change. Look, as much as Hollywood celebrities do that totally disrespects the president and obviously government, it's time for a voice that is ready to step up and that is open to giving people a real perspective. Jeez. Most Americans, the reality is many Americans, I should say, want change. They are tired and they want more money in their pockets. They want less government control. And look, Roseanne's show was not afraid to tell the truth, what people are talking about at dinner tables, at home, and out and about in the streets. And that's what this is about. You have celebrities who I don't even want to give the credence on air who disrespect the president by saying different, by saying different very outlandish comments and outlandish things and illustrations.
Okay, Antoine, what do you think? You know, keep in mind I don't know how many sitcoms are on television right now, but this apparently is the only one that even approaches Donald Trump's point of view. But it's not 100% Donald Trump. It's kind of a fair and balanced hybrid.
I don't think this is about Hollywood versus Trump. I don't think this is about liberal versus conservatives. I think most people realize we are at a battle for the soul of this nation. And in a lot of regards, things are just not normal, from the divisive right-wing red meat rhetoric that comes from the White House and some of the supporters of the president to some of the actions this president has taken. I think most people would agree, whether you're Democrat, Republican, black or white, rich or poor, things are just not normal. And people who have a platform, whether they're in Hollywood, whether they're an athlete, whether they're a coach, or whether they're just an ordinary citizen who happens to have a following, we cannot sit back and act as if things are okay with some of the things we see in our country.
Chris, you know, I have watched all three of the Roseanne shows, and for instance, this last one that aired on Tuesday night didn't even mention Donald Trump, and it was all about parental responsibility, which was something you don't normally see on a sitcom on ABC to that degree. But don't you think one of the reasons 25 million people tuned in the first night on the first show last week was because finally a lot of Christians and middle class and even conservatives suddenly had a heroine on television that talked like they do?
Absolutely. And the thing is this, to kind of debunk Antoine's point a little bit, Hollywood is trying to dictate the souls of America. That is the entire problem. Look, Americans want change. Roseanne, and you're completely right, Steve, this is not about just President Trump. It's about having get America back to values, back to moving forward as a country and togetherness.
With
and
the divisive rhetoric we've seen from the White House, that's how we do that? I mean, Steve, let's just be honest. If you take Donald Trump's presidency and compare it to any other president in modern history, you would have to agree with me, whether you like him or not. This is just not normal. It's not normal for a president to call.
He's a disruptor, no doubt about it.
It's just not normal, and we can't give him a pass because it's not business as usual.
What do you mean we can't give him a pass?
Meaning people who just say, "Oh, it's just Trump. This is how he is. He is not a normal politician." We can't give him a pass.
But the reality is this: let me tell you what he's done, what others have not done. He's put $24,000 of the first income in the pockets of married couples. He's brought the corporate tax rate down to 21%.
Are you referring to the tax scam that he pushed to pass a few months ago?
Chris?
No, I'm sorry. So the reality is that he is taking steps and initiative to getting things done in America. He's working to secure our borders as he's supposed to do. He's working to give America a stronger and more prosperous nation.
This is right, guys. But that's you're talking about Donald Trump. We're really talking about Roseanne. The outrage that there's one TV show on network television that is slightly pro-Trump.
But keep in mind, this president is the very same president who will attack.
We're talking Roseanne.
I get that, but he will attack any show that is anti-Trump or gives off any idea that they're going to hold him accountable for some of the things that he says. And Roseanne doesn't do that, and so he's singing her praises because she is to the contrary.
Okay, good enough. Good debate. Chris and Antoine, thank you very much for joining us on this Thursday morning.
Thanks.
What do you folks think out there in TV land? Let us know. Email us, friends@foxnews.com, or you can tweet us or Facebook. Meanwhile, parents outraged after second graders are given a handout on white privilege.